Yeah. So if I talk about this training key information, you can get the uh, recorded sessions. I mean, if you miss somehow, if you miss the session, the technical or lab session, you can get the recorded sessions through these soft copies, and we're going to provide the the recorded videos, and we're going to provide the soft copies as well through this link, so that you can access these links only when you get registered with Upgrade VLSI Technologies only. Okay. So this course is like 5 months of duration, and we're going to actually we are going on right now with daily classes and weekend classes through online. Okay. So whichever the feasible time for you, you can join. And if you are a working person and if you don't want to disturb your working nature, so you can join in the weekend sessions also. We're going to start our weekend batch from the next Saturday onwards. And currently one batch is going on, which is like 25th batch from Upgrade Real Estate Technologies. Okay. So if we have enough people to start a new batch, we are going to start in the morning session or in the evening session. I mean, we just need to have some enough amount of people to start a batch. Okay. So based on the majority opinion, so we can start in the morning or in the evening itself. I mean, the weekend. Okay. So based on the quantity. Okay. So as I said, tools and VPN. So we are going to provide Synopsys tools, which is like ICC compiler and primetime tools, and for 24/7 support. I mean, tool support. Why? Because this IC compiler is the tool where you are going to get the all your PD activities done, and this prime time is like to check the timing, and with respect to timing analysis, everything will be performed in the prime time. What is this timing and what are the activities through this IC compiler we are going to do? I'm going to explain the further slides. Okay. So one more thing is like we are going to provide these hard copies as well, and we're going to courier all these copies towards your address only. Our HR will collect your address, and we're going to forward, I mean, courier these hard copy materials as well towards your address. Okay. No need to worry about any soft copy or a hard copy of the material you're going to get whenever you get registered with Upgrade Village Technologies. Okay. So, and if you have any other queries, or if you need some other information, please write out a mail through this mail ID, or you can contact through this mobile number, or you can reach out through our HR as well. Okay. So what are the queries you have regarding this course? Okay. So if you see the eligibility criteria, if you are completed or pursuing bachelor's or master's, you are mostly welcome towards this VLSA industry. And if you are from ECR EEE background, it will be like very easy to enter into this industry. And I know some of the people from BSc Electronics and MSc Electronics also, which is like degree background. And I know those people also got placed and enter into this VLS industry as a physical verification engineer. Okay. What really difference between this physical design engineer and physical verification engineer, I'm going to tell you in the further slides. Okay. So if you are doing your masters also from VLSA or embedded systems or any other specialization which is like belonging to the electronics, then you are most welcome to enter into this VLSA industry. Okay. So if you see the in salary package, so the structure would be like, as a fresher, you are going to get 4 to 6 lakhs of package as a fresher, and if you are with 3+ years of experience, you're going to get 12 to 15 lakhs of package. And if you become a team lead with 5 years of experience, you're going to get 25 to 30 LPA. Okay. So like that, if you become a manager with 10 years of experience, you can't even imagine the numbers also. Okay. So it completely depends on your skills and your knowledge, your hard work you put on. Okay. So that is why, I mean, I know one of the person from Upgrade Village Technologies. Okay. So who got placed in one of the service based company with 7.5 LPA. Okay. With bachelor's itself. Okay. Not even masters. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to tell. It's completely depends on your hard work. And from one side, we're going to push you with respect to every aspect of physical design. And in the other side, from your side, you need to give your 100% efforts. Then only you can achieve your dream job with easy manner. Okay. So placement support, as I said, we are going to give you the placement assistance till you get placed in any one of the company. And this is like 4 to 6 lakhs of package you're going to get. And I mean, this is not like a fixed number. Your numbers may be vary, and you may get better numbers also. Okay. So as I said, 7.5 LPA with bachelor's got placed in one of the service-based company. and you can get all these details in our website as well. Okay, please check and please go through our website once. And and one more thing is like, yeah, tool and interview support till you get placement. This is the one of the best and unique quality we are going to provide. Okay, so here are the some of the companies which are like combination of service based, product based, and along with some of the startups as well. Okay, so all these companies we are going to recreate the in an interview in environment, so that we can conduct mock interviews. Then only you can get rid of your fear, then only you can get enough amount of knowledge, then only you can get enough amount of courage to crack a job. Okay, so we are going to give you the basic version of, I mean, basic flavor of all these companies questions. So I mean, at least you will get some awareness how a interview environment will be looking like. That kind of confidence we are going to give you again. Okay, and we are going to conduct some interpersonality development skills and some mock interviews, all these things, whatnot, to get your dream job. We are going to push you from our side, and we're going to give our 100% effort. Like that only we expect from your side as well. Okay, so let's see what are the modules we are going to cover through this physical design course. Totally, we have 13 modules, and let's see what are the modules in detail. Okay, so as a module 1, we are going to cover the basics of Linux. Okay, so usually Linux is like it is like one of the OS which we use regularly, like Windows OS, Android OS, Mac OS, like that only. Linux also one of the OS. Okay, so entire VLSI industry dependent on this Linux OS only. Okay, so that is why we're going to start from the basics of Linux only. Okay, so this is like why this Linux only, what is the uses, why, what is the reason to opt this Linux OS only, if you ask like that. So Linux is like very powerful terminal, I mean OS, and we can perform the operation with easy manner. Okay, so very effectively and very easily, and you can be habituated towards this Linux terminal very easily. Okay, so that is why we are going to I mean, the entire VLSI industry is dependent on this Linux OS only. Okay, so that is why we're going to start from the basics of Linux as a module 1. Okay, so as a module 2, we are going to cover from the basics of CMOS. Okay, you might be aware of these CMOS basics and all through your bachelor's or master's, but we're going to cover up, we're going to refresh all these things again. So then only you'll be like ready for the interview. Okay, so then only you can get enough amount of confidence to crack the job. So that is why we're going to refresh all these things, and the CMOS basics is like module 2. Okay, so as a module 3, we're going to refresh the things which are like digital electronics concepts. Okay, so starting from the gates, we are going to cover up all the K-maps, combinational circuits, and sequential circuits, everything. So multiplexer, demultiplexer, every single digital electronics concept, we're going to refresh the thing. Usually you don't use all these concepts in the industry, but you need all these things to clear your interview. That is why we're going to refresh all these things in the perspective of interview. Okay, so this is like module 3, and as a module 4, we're going to cover the ASIC flow. Okay, so what really this ASIC flow is, and what happens in this ASIC flow, and what are the useful stages, and where we will enter into this I mean, in this ASIC flow as a physical design engineer, we're going to see in the lab and technical sessions. And one more thing is like, so in the ASIC flow, each and every step will be explained in the lab and technical sessions, and we're going to show some videos how those will be affecting, and what are the real-time analysis we're going to perform in this ASIC flow. What are the stages will be useful for a physical design engineer? Everything we're going to explain in the lab and technical sessions through this module 4, which is ASIC flow. Okay, so as a module 5, we're going to include this Verilog. So usually Verilog is not required for a physical design engineer, but we are going to include this Verilog as well as a along with this physical design course. Why? Because you should be having a basic awareness of this Verilog code. So then only you can solve any kind of problem, even from the front end people also. Okay, that's why, I mean, if you really wanted to become a recognized person in the industry, then you need to have some special knowledge when compared to others, right? So that is why, if you have a basic flavor of knowledge with respect to this Verilog as well, then you are the one who is having some additional knowledge when compared to your group, I mean, among the other people. Okay, that is why, to give you a basic awareness, we're going to include this Verilog introduction as well. along with this physical design course as a module 5. Okay, so as a module 6, introduction to DFT. Okay, what really this DFT stands for, and how it is useful, and what are the stages in this DFT, and which stages are useful for a physical design engineer. We're going to see all these things in the module 6 in the lab and technical sessions only. Okay, so that is why, and this is also one of the additional benefit you get only from upgrade Velocity technologies. Why? Because because usually in the market you need to have separate course for this DFT, but in this upgrade Velocity technologies only, we're going to include this thing as well along with this physical design course. Okay, so that you can be having a basic awareness of every stage, which will be helpful for a physical design engineer. Okay, that is why that is our main motto, to include all these concepts. And as a module 6, we're going to give the introduction to DFT. Okay, so as a module 7, synthesis. Okay, what really this synthesis means, and what is the useful steps, and what are the stages in this synthesis. We're going to cover up all these things in the synthesis stage, I mean, as a module 7. Okay, so what really happens in this synthesis, and so if you see here, usually we get RTL code from the RTL team, and we need to convert that RTL code into gate level netlist, which is like a basic input for a physical design activity. Okay, so to convert that RTL code into gate level netlist, okay, so to convert that RTL code into gate level netlist, we are going to, we need to convert the code, RTL code, into gate level netlist. Okay, this process of conversion, okay, this process of conversion is called synthesis. Means converting of RTL code into gate level netlist. Okay, so this process of conversion is called synthesis. Okay, so what are the stages in this synthesis, and what are the steps, what are the useful things in this synthesis, everything we're going to see in the lab and technical sessions only. Okay, and this is like module 7. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, so this is like module 7, which is like synthesis in-depth analysis. And one more thing is like we're going to cover up all these synthesis stages, and every internal operation which happens in the synthesis. We're going to cover all these things. Okay, so as a module 7. Okay, so as a module 8 and 9, we're going to talk about STA, means a static timing analysis. Okay, what really happens in the static timing analysis, and what are the advantages, what are the reasons to use the static timing analysis. Okay, so if you see here, so usually as a physical design engineer, you need to you'll be having three major challenges. Okay, which are like timing, area, and power. Okay, so three: timing, area, and power, right? So with respect to the timing, you need to do some analysis whether we are going in a good way, we are in good shape of with respect to timing or not. So we are under control of timing or not, you need to check. Okay, this particular thing is called, the analysis part, which is called static timing analysis with respect to the timing. Okay, so we are going to cover up this HTA topic as well, along with this physical design course. Why? Because ST is like very important concept for a physical design engineer as well, and you need to have a separate course in the market for this STA. But because of the motto we are having, because of the commitment we took, to run this institute, is like we need to give every single thing which is useful for a physical design engineer. We need to provide to the people who enters into this upgrade Velocity technologies. Okay, that is the motto we have. That is why we're going to include every single concept, okay, which is helpful for a physical design engineer. We're going to cover up those topics, and we're going to give the in-depth analysis. Okay, so as a module 8 and 9, we are going to cover up for static timing analysis. Okay, so if you see here, as I said, converting of RTL code into gate level netlist, the process is called synthesis, right? So before synthesis also, we are going to perform one STA operation, and after performing this synthesis also, we are going to perform one STA operation. And while doing this PD activities as well, we are going to perform some synthesis operation, this STA operation. And after completion of this PD activities, we're going to perform final STA operations. So why these many times? Why? Because you need to be assured of, I mean, you need to get some assurance like you are going in a good shape. I mean, you are going in a good path with respect to the timing. Okay, that much important this STA concept is. That is why we're going to include this thing, and that is why we covered 8 and 9 modules. Means 2 modules we divided into this STA concept. So we're going to give the in-depth analysis of this STA concepts. Okay, so as I said, this STA is like very much important concept for a physical design engineer. Okay, so as a module 10, now the real one comes into the picture, which is like physical design flow. Okay, so this is what a really needed thing for you, and the remaining things are like additional advantages only from upgrade VLSI technologies, and which are very helpful for you to get some special recognition among the other people. Okay, by if you know all these concepts, then only you'll get some confidence, then only you can get some special talent. Okay, with respect to others. Okay, that is why we are including all these concepts along with this physical design flow. Okay, so let's see what this physical design flow is, and what are the stages in this physical design flow, and what are the steps involved in this physical design flow. Everything we are going to see. Okay, so what really this physical design flow is. So with the components you have, with the inputs you have, you are going to design the chip. Okay, not manufacturing the chip. Okay, you are going to design the chip with respect in the physical aspect. Means you are going to design the chip with your own hands. Okay, so this is where your CPU needs to be placed in the chip. This is where this particular power supply needs to be placed, like that. Okay, so that is how you are going to design in a physical aspect. That is what a real physical design flow is called. And let's see what are the stages in this physical design flow are. So if you see here, the first stage in this physical design is like import design and initial checks. So what happens in this import design and initial checks? If you see here, so you are going to collaborate all your required inputs and load your design and do some sanity checks whether we have every input present or not, and the present inputs are in a perfect manner or not. Okay, so this is how you need to perform on the first stage, which is like in the physical design. Okay, which is like import design and initial check, which is like first stage. Okay, so if you see here, this is how your first stage output will be looking like. Means if you see here, so these are these boxes are called macros, and these stripes are called IO pads, and these purple colored dots are like standard cells. Okay, so you need to design all these things with respect to the communication between these three concepts: macros, IO pads, and standard cells. Okay, based on the communication between these three, you need to place all these things, and you need to arrange all these things inside this core area. This space inside this box is called core area. Okay, so this is what your output of your import design will be looking like, and you're going to perform this thing in the lab sessions. Okay, so as a module, as a second sub module in the module 10, which is like floor plan and power plan. Okay, so what really floor plan means, and what happens in this floor plan, everything you're going to see in the lab and technical sessions, and what are the techniques for all those things, everything you're going to see in the lab and technical sessions. So this is how your floor plan output will be looking like. Okay, so from this stage to this stage, you need to do some changes. You need to arrange all these macros with respect to these IO pads and with respect to the communication with these standard cells. Okay, this is the output of a floor plan will be looking like. Okay, so power plan, what really happens in this power plan, and what are the stages in this power plan? If you see here, so this is how your real chip will be looking like, and this is what your core area will be looking like in the real chip manner. Okay, so if you see here, this red and black combination stripes are called IO pads. Okay, so you need to build a power grid on for this entire chip, and you need to feed enough amount of power. Okay, so then only you can get all your stand cells will be working in a perfect manner. Okay, to feed with enough amount of power, you need to build a power grid in a horizontal and vertical manner. Grid means horizontal and vertical, right? So so that you can feed every standard cell, every macro, every object. Okay, then only the operation will be performed in the respective manner. Okay, this is what a power plan, and output of power plan you can see only in the technical and lab sessions only. Okay, so So this is how, as I said, output of your floor plan will be looking like. Okay. So after that, the third submodule in the module 10 is like placement. Okay. So as the name suggests, if you see here, all these are standard cells, right? As I said, so placing of all these standard cells in this core area is called a placement stage. Okay. So in this placement stage, we're going to put all the cells sitting inside this core area. Okay. So this is how your placement stage output will be looking like. Okay. So this is what you need to do. And I mean, the techniques and the stages, every internal operation in this placement, we are going to see in the lab and technical sessions only. Okay, so get reset yourself with the upgrade VLSI technologies and get your course done as soon as possible, and get entered into this VLSI industry as a physical design engineer. Get your dream job and fulfill your dreams. Okay, so the fourth submodule is like clock tree synthesis. So if you see here, first we are loading the design, which is like import design. The second is like floor plan, means you are arranging all your macros. Third stage is like you're putting all the standard cells inside this core area. And fourth stage is like clock tree synthesis. Okay, what really happens in this clock tree synthesis and what are the stages, what are the techniques in this clock tree synthesis, you're going to see in the lab and technical sessions only. Okay. So usually till the CTS stage, we are not going to activate the clock. Okay. So what this clock is called and what are the useful things with respect to this clock and what are the internal operation with respect to this clock, everything you can see in the lab and technical sessions only. Okay. So we have some clock tree structures. So based on that, we're going to perform our respective operations. So if you see here, here are the three types of clock trees, and you need to select any one of the thing with respect to the operation which you're going to perform. Okay. So which clock tree we're going to select and which one you're choosing and what are the reasons for choosing that particular one and what are the disadvantages of remaining two when compared to this particular opted one. So everything you're going to see in the lab and technical sessions, and in the lab sessions, you're going to perform with your own hands. Then only you can get the real-time experience and real-time problems and real-time solution for those problems. Okay, so every technical word, every technical terminology, every real-time problem for a basic physical design engineers faces, you're going to see in the lab and technical sessions, and we're going to help you in every aspect and in each manner. Then only you can get enough amount of confidence. Okay, so yeah, in the CTS lab, you're going to perform all these operations and you're going to get the real-time experience. This is what I'm trying to tell through this slide. And if you move to the next slide, which is like routing. Okay, so what really happens in this routing and what are the things in this routing and what are the stages, or how it is useful, why this stage called routing, and everything we're going to see in the lab and technical sessions only. Let me give you the basic flavor of definition, which is like, if you have an electric bulb and if you have some power source which is like battery, so you need to have some connection between these two, right? So we use the connection as electric wire, right? So this electric wire, technically with respect to the PD technology, we call as route. Okay, means the connection path, the communication path between any two objects. Okay, which is called route. Okay, so what are the things will be happened in the routing and why it is called routing? What are the internal operations and disadvantages and advantages and do's and don'ts? Everything you can see in the lab and technical sessions only regarding this routing. And this routing is like fifth submodule in the module 10. Okay. So you're going to perform all these operations in the lab sessions and you're going to perform with your own hands. Then only you can get the real-time operation. And the output of real routing you can see in the lab sessions only. There only, then only you can get the idea how a routing output will be looking like. Okay, so as a module 11, we're going to teach you and we're going to train you with respect to the physical design verification and sign off. Okay, as I said, BSc Electronics and MSc Electronics students can enter into this VLSI industry as a physical verification engineer, I said, right, in the initial slides. So this is how. So from the import design and floor plan, power plan, placement, CTS and routing, these are the operations of a physical design engineer. And after that, we need to do some sanity checks and these are the sanity checks. Okay, these sanity checks will be performed by physical verification engineer. Okay, so this is the difference between this physical design engineer and physical verification engineer, which are like, so from floor plan to the route, a physical design engineer performs, and the route after route, the every sanity check will be performed by physical verification engineer. Okay, so if you have this course, which is like PD course, I mean physical design course, you can enter into this industry with two types of names. Either you can enter as a physical design engineer or physical verification engineer. Okay, it completely depends on your thought process, your hard work, everything. Okay, it depends on you, how you really react, and which work you really interested to perform. Everything depends on you. Okay, so if you see here, one of the check which is like IR drop analysis. Okay, so this is like very much important sanity check, which is like, so I mean every single concept of this IR drop analysis and what happens in this IR drop analysis and what is this IR drop analysis, we can see in the real time, I mean the lab and technical sessions only. Then only you will come to know the real time problems and the real time solution for those problems. Okay, that is why, I mean, this is the one of the additional advantage we are going to provide along with this physical design course. Okay, why? Because you need to be aware of every single concept which is helpful for a physical design engineer. Okay, that is why that is how we are committed to work for. That is why we're going to provide all these things. Then only you can become a pro. Okay, if you start from a scratch and if you are going through every stage and if you are getting awareness of every single concept, then only you can become a pro. Okay, that is why we're going to include all the things which are helpful for a physical design engineer. And through the ASIC flow, which is like module 4, we are going to show the um, before entering into this physical design engineering, what are the steps, what are the stages will be there, and post completion of this physical design activity, what are the stages, and everything you are going to see in ASIC flow itself. That is the one of the additional advantage you are going to get only from upgrade VLSI technologies only. Okay, so this is how, that is why by giving all these additional advantages, by giving the 100% placement assistance till you get placed, and the mock interviews and the interpersonality development skills, all these things together are making this upgrade VLSI technologies as the one of the best institute for pursuing these courses. Okay, yeah, so that's all from my side. So if you have any queries, please let me know, and please unmute your mic and shoot your questions towards me, and I'm here to answer your every single question with respect to the physical design activity. Okay, it's your time now, please.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello, sir. My name is Kanishk.
yeah, Kanish, tell me.
Yeah, actually, sir, I have done my BTech from electrical engineering.
Okay.
Would be can I be able to sit in the VLSI companies?
Yeah, no issue at all. No issue at all. I have lots of friends in the industry which are from Tribly background, right? You are trying to tell?
Sir, I'm from electrical engineering.
Fine. I mean, whatever. From which state you are?
Sir, Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Fine, no issue. I mean, usually in south side we used to call EC Tribly, right? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
what, in that manner I try to tell you. Fine. If you are related to any of the electronics or electrical based, no need to worry. Without
Yeah,
any
sir.
hard work, you can enter. Okay. Usually CSC people also have some of the friends, and as I said, BSc and MSc electronics. These are like degree based, right? These people
Yeah.
also have in this industry as my friends. Okay. No need to worry. Tribly is like completely fine. I mean, electrical. No need to worry.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anything else?
No,
Hello,
sir.
sir. Hello,
Yeah.
sir. Hello, sir. I'm Vani.
Sorry.
Vani.
Vani. Yeah,
So,
Vani. Tell me.
can I know in this course you are giving complete RTL designing? You are
Art,
explaining
no,
RTL
no, no, no.
designing.
RTL designing we are not going to provide. Usually we have RTL design as a separate course. Okay. This
It
is
is
regarding to
separate.
the. This is like a physical design course. Okay. Verilog is not RTL. Okay. Don't combine all those two things. Okay. RTL is separate and the Verilog is separate. Okay.
But we had to know the RTL and HDL code also, no? HDL, VHDL codes too.
Yeah. For that, if you are interested for the RTL, you can get registered with for RTL design, man.
Uh,
RTL code is not at all related to this physical design activity. That is why we're not going to include. That is a separate stream. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh.
Designer.
Yeah, remaining people, please mute yourself. Only the person who are going to ask, please. Yes, Aina, tell me.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Aina, tell me.
In the year 2017, I have completed my BTech, sir.
Okay.
Right now I am working, sir, in telecom industry.
Okay.
So right now I am choosing my VLSI course.
Okay.
Is there any chance to get opportunities?
Obviously, no issue at all. I mean, if you are having the background of electronics or electrical, no issue at
Electronics,
all.
sir.
Yeah, no issue.
Electronics.
I mean, what I'm trying to tell is like from 2015 onwards, I mean, 2015 passed out batch onwards, we have hirings right now. The companies are trying to hire. Okay, no need to worry about that particular year. I mean, and that too, you have some working experience, right? With respect to this corporate world, it would be like obviously a positive for you. No need to worry. Okay. Sainad, are you there?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Is your doubt clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool, man. Thanks.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Anything?
Hello, good evening, sir. This is Chaitanya.
Yeah, Chaitanya, tell me.
Sir, coming to this, I completed my MTech in 2014 in a VLSI stream only.
Okay.
Right now, I'm working as assistant professor in college. Total, I
Okay.
have 7 years of academic experience, sir.
Okay.
So, is it possible to get the job in VLSI, sir? Because I'm having the academic experience. I'm
Yeah.
2014 passed out.
Yeah, I completely agree. What I'm trying to tell is like 2 points. So
Mhm.
first thing is like you are from master's background, right? So you have
Yes, sir.
more scope.
Yes,
So
sir.
with respect to the product companies, you have more scope than service companies,
Mhm,
which
mhm.
is like obviously a positive advantage, right? I mean, a positive thing for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second thing is like just give a try. What will you
Mhm.
lose? Nothing, right? Just give a try.
Mhm, mhm.
Only, I mean, if this industry is, I mean, if the company is smart enough, it
Mhm.
really should not look for the passed out year, because you are thoroughly going through this VLSA thing only, right? For every day.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, at least for electronics based only, right? So they
Yes.
should be like, they should be considering you. Okay, no need to worry. Just give a try, man. What will you lose? Nothing, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no
Okay.
need to worry. Yeah, just give it a try. It would be, obviously it would be a positive for you. Okay. Yeah,
Sir.
no need to worry. Yeah.
And
Anything
also,
else?
I'm from
Yeah.
MTech, that is VLSI background only, sir.
Yeah, that's
That is
what.
one of the main advantage.
Yeah, one of the main advantage. True.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything? Anybody?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I have completed I have completed my BTech in electrical, and I have done my MTech in control system branch from
Okay.
NIT Kurukshetra in
Okay.
2021 December. I have
Okay.
passed out.
Okay.
So, sir, I was asking like, do we need a knowledge of any coding, like coding knowledge? Do we need for this course?
Actually, we have two answers for this: yes and no. Why? Because you don't need to code it. I mean, no need of coding
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Okay, like C, C++, you don't need that kind of stuff in this physical design. Okay, but you
Okay.
need coding only to make your process fast, to make your work fast. That's it. Nobody will ask you, you don't you know the coding? No, you are not selected. You won't be seeing any these kind of situations. Okay, no need to worry about coding. Okay, only coding is useful to make your work fast. It completely depends on you. If you need to your work gets done in the fast manner, just try coding. That's it. Okay, there is no mandatory thing for coding and no need of coding. Got your doubt cleared, Kanish?
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anybody?
No, sir.
Yeah. Anybody?
Sir,
Yeah, hi.
sir, minimum package how much, sir, in this field for fresher?
For a fresher, as I shown you, 4 to 6 lakhs of package for a fresher, and if you give and top notch of performance in the interview, one of the person I know from upgraded village technologies only, he took the training. He got 7.5 LPA with bachelor's itself, not even with masters. Okay, it completely depends on your skills.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, cool. Anything else? Anybody?
What was the least package, sir?
Sir, one more doubt, sir. This is Chaitanya.
Yeah, Chaitanya. One
sir.
second. Chaitanya, 1 second. Somebody asked me the least package. Who's that guy?
Dinesh.
Yeah, Dinesh. I think so. I mean, I heard 4 lakhs is the least package. I think so. If any startups are giving a less package, I'm really not aware. But 4 lakh is the minimum. If you are getting some offer with less than 4, you better not to join. You better to search for any other thing. Yeah, Chaitanya, continue, please.
Sir, you are giving the placement assistant for 2014 passed out batch also, sir?
This is not like 2014 or 2017, Chaitanya. This is like if you enter into this upgrade VLSI technologies, you are the upgrade VLSI technologies family.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Every person will be treated in the same, and you are MTech person, man. No need to have that many of doubts. You have so many positives on your side. Okay.
Okay, sir.
No need to worry. Cool.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no issue. Anybody? Anything else? Hello? Anybody? Fine. If you have any queries or questions regarding these things, please contact through this number, or you can contact through our HR as well. Okay. So if you have any information to write out or any query to write out through a mail, please use this mail ID. Yeah. Anybody trying to ask something?
So hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
This is Vani, sir. Sir.
Yeah, Vani,
Actually, I'm trying to say, so no need of RTL designing, HDL coding, this physical design. Only we are learning this floor planning, this routing only. These are the subjects, no?
These are the subjects. RTL is like that is like under version. PD is like under version. Don't collaborate these
No
two.
need to learn in depth, complete depth of all that.
Even a basic also no need to learn. Okay.
In this physical design.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we have to learn each and everything. RTL designing also, HDL coding also.
No. Really no. Okay. To give you the basic awareness, how a Verilog code will be looking like. Then how you are going to convert from this Verilog into your gate level netlist. Okay. You need to have the basic awareness. Then only you will become the special person with respect to your group of other colleagues, right? So that is what our main motto, to give you a special advantage, a special recognition towards you. Okay. That is why we are including all these things. No need of any of these RTL code and etc. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else? Anybody? Fine. That's all from my side, man. If you have any queries, please use this number or mail ID, and all the best for your future. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.